Hi students, my name is Patty Jewett. I'm your instructor for medical terminology. I'm going to try to make this video quick and informative. First, I have two sections that I will lecture to at the same time, and that will be on Tuesday mornings at 8 a.m. You do not have to attend that lecture. You can watch the recorded version that will be posted later in the day. I love it if you attend. It makes it far more interesting for me. I can answer your questions and I can review things you want to review, but again, it's not a requirement. I have two sons in college. They tell me nobody's going to come at 8 a.m. to my lectures, but I will give it a try and we'll see where it goes. I'm okay with whatever happens. Okay, so the purpose of the video is to show you how to utilize Canvas for this class. So here we are on the home page, okay? And what you'll see on the homepage at the top will be the most recent 3 announcements. Make sure you're checking announcements. I do tend to post announcements fairly frequently, probably a couple times a week, to fill in gaps, to when I see that people are having trouble with something as a group on a test, then I will review it in the announcements. Just check them regularly because some things do change too. I change things as needed. So please check in. And below that, it says 37520. You might be in the other section. This video applies to both. It's all the same. Scroll down. There's something important. Read it all, of course, but this is really important right here where it says important. You must do the first discussion, the check-in activity, by Thursday at 11:30 p.m. or you will be dropped from the class. This is a campus mandate, so it's not my choice. This is how we take roll for online classes. So make sure you get that done. This link right here is for the Zoom office. That's for office hours, Fridays from 4 to 4:30. That's for the lectures, Tuesdays at 8 a.m. And anytime you schedule a meeting with me, that will be in the Zoom office. And then I have to move myself. There's a link to the syllabus here as well. Okay, I'm going to go back up, get myself out of the way. Down at the bottom, one of the things I asked you to do on the to-do list is to record your name on Name Coach Roster. You click on there and record so that I can pronounce your name properly. Last semester I had students had a lot of trouble with that. It wasn't working for them. It's not a requirement. If it can't get it to work, don't stress over it. It's helpful. I like it. I like to be able to pronounce your names properly, but we can also do that other ways. Okay, so if you want to look back on further announcements, the most recent 3, like I said, will appear on the homepage, but you can click on the announcements page and there will be a list of all the announcements. Okay, modules is the most important area you will go to. Everything you need you'll find in the modules. And the first module, it's just called module 1, should be module 0, but that's the orientation module. Get that done as quickly as you can. What you'll notice are some icons here, and there's a little airplane icon. That's a quiz or a test. Then there's an icon with, well, let's scroll down, with a little pencil on the piece of paper. That's an assignment. Some assignments are not graded, like this one, read chapter 1. You're not going to prove to me that you read chapter 1. I just have to write it there so that you know that you should be reading that chapter. Same with attend lecture. There's no credit given for that, so don't worry about that. But then there are some, and then like this one, chapter 1 component identification assignment. So if there are 2 due dates, I write both due dates in the title of the assignment. It's up to you to check that because on the home page, it also gives you I'm going to go back to the home page and show you. It gives you this to-do list, okay? And it'll give due dates. And here's the problem. It only gives you the last due date. It doesn't give you the interim due date if I have multiple due dates, which I do in some cases, many cases. So example, the first discussion meet and greet. There are part 1 and part 2. Part 1, you post your own answer to this prompt. Part 2, you respond to 2 of your fellow students. So it'll show 220 as the due date, not 218 and 220. So do not rely on this list of to do over here or the calendar that that Canvas makes for you. You have to read the assignments. So it's up to you. I've had this come up a lot where students say, oh, well, it didn't tell me on my calendar. It said it was due, example here, chapter 1, it was due on the 23rd, but there was one part due on the 21st. So I've written it in the title of the assignment. There are 2 due dates. One is due this day, the other is due that date. That is on you. You have to look at the assignment and look when it's due. Example, chapter 1, component identification assignment. You turn it in, then I correct it, send it back to you, or give you hints. I don't correct it. I give you hints, then you resubmit with the corrections by this date. So those dates are important. The discussion dates are important. On quizzes, I give you a grace period if you're late. Discussions, no. And this kind of thing, no, because it requires an interim activity. So those dates are important. So you'll scroll down and you'll look for the airplanes for quizzes. I have it in sequential order, which I think is confusing sometimes for some students. I may change that to just put all of the readings at the top and then all of the assignment type things at the bottom. I'm going to play around with that and we'll see what works best for you. But some of this is just informational, like this planes, positions, and directional terms. That's just an informational thing to help you. Same with component parts. I've just listed them out for you. That's informational. But the quizzes, you'll have a quiz, one quiz and one assignment a week typically, sometimes more, sometimes less. Sometimes there'll be extra credit in a week, sometimes none. Every week you can count on, other than the first week, every Monday, like I said, the first Monday you don't have a test, but after that, every Monday you have a test on the previous week's material. The test is written, it says test in the title. That differentiates it from a quiz. A quiz is a low risk assignment. You can repeat it 3 times and only the highest score gets recorded. There's no time limit. A test is it's only on Mondays. It's available from midnight to midnight, basically, on Mondays. And they take you about an hour to an hour and a half. They'll get longer over time. And you can't repeat that. So it's timed. You can't repeat it, and you can't go back on the questions. But we'll talk about that as we get closer to the test. Okay. I think I hit the most important parts. The most important parts, as far as I'm concerned, are to look at these icons and utilize them to help you have the assignment things jump out. These are quiz or test, the little airplane going off. I guess that's what it is, or rocket ship or something. And then this one with the pencil on it is an assignment. But like I said, some assignments are not graded. The ones that are will have due date written next to them. Okay. And the other part was that there could be multiple due dates, and it's up to you to read the assignment title and see that. Do not just look on your calendar, because those calendars are not accurate. They only tell the last due date, and you will have missed it. So that's on you. I'm putting that on you. Okay, and then discussions. There are a couple of discussions in the class. Grades. Hopefully nobody's names are going to show up. Yeah, nobody will show up. The grades, your grades will come up. Check your grades. Make sure that I have graded your assignment that you turned in. And sometimes I'll get behind on that. Not on the test. The tests I do very regularly. And here's the thing with the tests. I go through and review every single test. So there will be a time when I will do a portion of the test called dictation. Well, I will dictate a term for you, and you'll write the definition. There are so many options for definitions that you could put a the in, or an or a plural, and I can't put every possible answer on Canvas, so it'll mark you wrong, even though you're not wrong. So you don't need to email me and tell me that you got it right and it marked you wrong. I review every single test. So the tests are given on Monday. I will post I take a day and a half to grade them. And so by Wednesdays at noon, you can start looking at your test. If at that point, it looks like you were incorrectly marked and I didn't credit you those points, then please email me and let me know. But stay on top of your scores and make sure that you agree with what's written there. If you see an error or somehow I missed reviewing your test, feel free to contact me and we'll make it right. Okay. The syllabus, so I told you that there was a link from the home page. There's also, you can click on the syllabus. Okay, I think that about sums up how you will utilize this class. Also over here on the inbox, please make sure you are communicating with me via the inbox in Canvas versus email. You can email me, that's fine, I will get to it, but the problem is I get a lot of emails, and so I might miss your email, where I will not miss your message from Canvas. My students are the priority right now, so I check this inbox frequently. So if you want to be sure to get a hold of me, the inbox is the best way. There's an assignment in this class where you actually will schedule a time on the calendar. So when you do that, that's what I'm talking about. You click on the calendar here. Let's see if I can do it. I don't know what's going to come up. But yeah, and so you'll click on your course over here, and then you will find a sign up there. I'll make that clear when it comes up. Okay, I think that's all I need to talk to you about. Please message me with any questions you have. Okay, bye.